Hello, Teacher Lisa here. I'm here to share with you a little information about the new trials if you are confused by the different versions that have been coming out. And I'm going to tell you about the resource that I am releasing today for free. It is a resource to use with the initial speaking assessment, so I'm going to go more into detail as the second part of the video. So, yeah, let's go. So in the past few months, we have seen three different trials. The first one is the old trials that, we're all pretty familiar with. There's all those different lessons, multiple lessons per level. Those are gone. Although some of us are still teaching them randomly. Some of us are still teaching them at times. They're popping up still. So the second version they came out with, and they have it labeled as Trials 2017 if you've seen it in your academy. Those we can call the new trials beta test. So they came out with the new trials and it included two parts. So the first part is the initial speaking assessment. Now, this is what replaced the computer placement test. So instead of having that computer placement test that hardly anybody took, now the teacher is responsible for assessing the student and determining a level right at the beginning. So the way that it has changed now is that now this is gone. The first version was very confusing. It's gone, so we don't need to talk about it anymore. And we now have a much simpler version out, and it is much better in my opinion. So I'm happy about that. They also changed the second part. Now, the second part is called the trial class assessment. It's confusing because it's also called an assessment, but you are assessing whether the level that you chose is correct. I chose to do level 3 with this student. Did it work out? Yes or no? So they had a version of this. They made some tweaks. We got a new version. Okay, they said they made the tweaks. Maybe May 10th they sent out that email. So as of now, I believe everybody should be here or here. I hope nobody is here because that's really confusing. But let's get on to the next part. So here's what you'll see for the initial speaking assessment, the ISA. This is the first page. You'll do your little introduction, whatever. Y'all know what to do. And then we get into the assessment. So the assessment consists of 4 slides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now at each slide, you are determining, can the student handle this one? Yes, okay, let's move on. Can the student handle this one? Yes, let's move on. And you eventually will determine what level you need to start with. So the problem with these is they do have these instructions down at the bottom, but they are very tiny and very hard to read. So I have a resource for you today that is going to give you this information at the bottom. It is going to give you all of this information on one card, convenient to use, convenient to see. Okay, and it's going to be on just 4 different cards, one for each slide, that tells you what you need to do. So let's look at the cards now. Okay, so this is what the 4 cards look like. Now let's zoom in and take a look. So at the top of the card, it says what slide it's for. This is starting on slide 2. Okay, so we start on slide 2. Now, moving down, we see the student criteria. Now, the student criteria is what the student needs to meet to go to that level. So if the student does this during that first slide, you know that they are on level 2. Student will answer with yes or no and single words and actively responds to one-step commands. So if the student can do that, they're probably a regular level 2. If the student struggles with this, then you're going to start at level 2 beginner. So below that, we have the teacher directions. Now, it tells you exactly what to say. Now, this is directly from the bottom of those slides. It tells you what to say and what to do. Pretty simple. Go through these questions and then we move on. So let's look at the next one. So we have slide 3, it says there at the top. And then again, we have the student criteria, a level 3 student. This is what a level 3 student will be able to do. And then we have the teacher directions. Okay, and it just continues on. So slide 5. This is going to be criteria for level 5 and 6. Directions, and then the last one, if you have a really amazing student that makes it to slide 4, and they're going to be ready for level 6. So that is it. Those are the 4 flashcards that are there to help you. Now, next, I'm going to share with you a little bit about what's in the rest of this set. So this is what you're getting for free, and now I'm going to show you a little bit about if you wanted to purchase the rest of my trial kit. Okay? So this is my trial class survival kit. This is our second version. We did have a version come out for the original new trials, and now we have a new version that goes with the new trials. So we put that date on there so you know that. And it starts with a basic section, just all the slides you're going to need. I mean, all the props you might need for the different levels. I'm going to show you what is included in just a moment, but this is just, how it comes. I do sell this in a few different versions. I sell it in my Teachers Pay Teachers shop as a digital download, and I also sell it in my Etsy shop in 2 different ways. I sell it as a physical product assembled, ready to go, just like you see it. And I also sell it as a DIY version. In the DIY version, you get the cards all laminated. You get the laminated pages, but you have to cut them out and you have to put the ring on. But the ring does come. You just have to cut, hole punch, put it on, you're ready to go. So it just depends on which option you want to go with. So let me show you what is included. I'm just going to bring you on right down and show you what you're getting. So we start with the basics. You got your mic, microphone. I love these. These are my favorite. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. How to circle, how to circle. Let's go. Okay, then we move on to the ISA. That's what we just went over. Now we start with the different levels. So there is a section for each level. Level 2 beginner, level 2 regular, level 3, level 4, level 5, and level 6. So they are very high quality, great images to use if you are a little bit overwhelmed by the new trials and you just want something to make it easy for you, something to make it nice and easy for you. This is for you. So here's the table of contents. You can see we got 8 different sections, with these being with section 3 through 8 being the TCA and section 2 being the ICA. So that is all I have. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.